And that Black Knight obviously won't respawn. I haven't leveled up because I didn't have enough souls to buy the thing. So here we see a familiar elevator. And the reason it's familiar is because this is related to the area we were in before. This is the one that took us down to Enerlando. Or New Londo. The New Londo ruins. These elevators usually take you to areas related to that. Through the Valley of the Drakes. Or just in New Londo ruins itself. And I kind of spoiled it, but that's where we are. We are in the Valley of the Drakes. So, do you remember I said these guys were really hard and I didn't want to fight them? Let's demonstrate the kind of things that they do. That's the kind of things they do. And also remember that they said Lightning Spear was particularly effective against dragons. Not these ones. These ones do have the property that the element they use they are resistant to. Those guys are actually weak to fire. So let's not fight them right now. We'll be getting some fire stuff later. We can take care of them. Bunch of items over there that I could get, but nothing super useful at this point. Actually, there is a useful item over there. Not with 17,000 souls. Let's not dick around with that there. We'll be going back down there later. When we finish Blighttown, we'll be coming out in that area anyway, and we can fight them then. By that time, we will have access to the spells and stuff I was referring to. That makes that a bit easier. And at the very least, we'll have less souls, you know, in our inventory to lose when we die to those things. Interesting, those things have wings and they do fly around, but they will sometimes jump off the edge, and they will die if they do that. Apparently, they can't fly well enough. So, what's this say? Be wary of lizard. That's putting things mildly. Weakness, neck. Okay. So can we see it from here? Over there is a lake, and it's got... you can sort of see it. No, that's a crystal guy. There's some crystal golems over here. I'm trying to get a look at him without activating him. Yeah, there he is. That's the Hydra. This is the lizard they were referring to. Rather, impishly, I would say. So let's go see what he does. As you approach him, he will... Well, these guys will activate. And they will actually start... the Hydra will actually start shooting beams of water at you. Which are really nasty and have some really ridiculous splash damage. These guys are pretty tough. And they have some pretty cool attacks. Well, one specifically really cool attack. And a couple other interesting ones. We'll be seeing the source of these guys later. I actually staggered him there. Do the thing. There we go, that's a pretty cool attack. That's not the one I was referring to, though. Again, these are like the knights before. They're big, slow dudes who are easy to avoid, but if they hit you, they hit like trucks. Speaking of big slow dudes who hit like trucks, up here is the biggest and slowest dude who hits like all of the trucks in the universe. Havel the Rock is in this room. So, since we have the appropriate key, it will use that instead of our master key. So he's right there. You can see him. Hello, Havel. So we can kind of exploit him a little bit here by drawing him into the doorway. It's wasted. He's gonna block this. Yeah. Oh god. I knew as soon as he did that animation that I was going to roll the wrong way. We're not very far away though. It's alright. And our souls will be sitting right outside. No big deal. No big deal. The reason I don't want to fight the Hydra... Well, I might fight the Hydra now. The running up to the Hydra is the hardest part. The actual fight itself is not very difficult. The reason I didn't want to fight the Drakes or try to run past them is that it's a sort of like the situation in the New Londo ruins where I'm very likely to die just to get some items. And in that sort of situation, you don't want to be having a bunch of souls on you. Don't activate those dudes. It's actually easier to fight him just kind of walking around in there, but whatever. We could fight him legitimately. Do I want to do that? By legitimately, I mean not with spells. I guess we'll show off how you fight him. Basically, that torch is lagging me. And you can block his attacks. Like, you might think that you have to dodge him, but, like, with the amount of stability I have on my shield, I can block his attacks. That's a deceptive move there. He kind of fakes you out. And see, I blocked that too, and that's one of his strongest attacks. You just kind of want to get up behind him, backstab him. It takes a long, long time. Attack me. So what you want to do here, if you want to do this, is just kind of provoke him into attacking you while you're out on the stairs. And then throw a spell at him. Hope he doesn't block at the end of that, which is something he does. The gear he has is super, super good for, like, protection purposes. And the weapon he has is super powerful, but requires a ridiculous amount of strength. He could also block with his weapon, which he just did there, but... yeah. He's pretty easy if you have pyromancies or spells. Or, you know, have just a more powerful weapon and are backstabbing him. The longsword I have might actually deal more damage to him, because he's got a pretty good magical resistance. But then again, I guess it's still 160 versus 120. He's got good resistances to everything. He's not cooperating here. I would consider this guy as sort of an NPC more than like a mini-boss or something like that. And the stuff he drops, you could even consider him a boss. He's definitely less you know, prominent, I suppose, than some of the other bosses, but you can get some better stuff from him. Oh, that reminds me, I never looked at the item I got from the Moonlight Butterfly. There we go. Havel the Rock down. He doesn't drop any of his gear, but he does drop Havel's Ring. So go ahead and look at that. And it's probably better than the blue Tearstone Ring. Boosts maximum equipment load. So this is get from Havel the Rock in order to express faith in their leader and carry heavy load. So let's take a look at it with and without that. So our equip load right now is 53. And we're getting pretty close to our limit there. If we equip Havel's Ring, it is now 79. So it's a significant boost. And with that, we could probably equip some of the heavier stuff we have. How much of a difference? It's a significant difference. We'll equip the gloves. And then what does that put us at if we equip the chest plate? Now, most of the heavy armors will have less in the way of magical defense and stuff like that. So what does that put us at? 31 of 79. So we can maybe equip the leggings. Yeah, we're still pretty good. Okay. So this is the elite knight armor, and I'll show the helmet off too. He's gotta have a pointy face. Actually, this basically is what the knight in the asylum was using. Although the crest shield he was wearing has a slightly different thing on it. Pig helmet is better. Although this does have better magic resistances and stuff, not by much. And as you can see, it's better than the Balder helm. Although the Balder helm is lighter, I suppose. So we have some pretty good gear now. And I'm up to 20,000 souls. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is let's complete this shortcut, so to speak, by running back up here. Do I want to do the Hydra now? I might as well, I suppose. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. So here, this area. I can go up here and go by that thing from Andre. Yeah, I think this is the fastest way to do it from here. Just run across here. Oh, did I show you what it looked like from the front? Hey. So we are now the Pig Knight of Astora. Now, these are probably talking about the item. Treasure head, yeah. That dude has a head item on it. Now, after we summon him, is he still here? Solar? Yeah, he's still here. Does he say anything different? Whee.
Oh, hello there.
No.
If only
Don't worry. You'll be grossly incandescent someday. As you can see, we took much less damage from that than we did before. Because this armor has a pretty good fire resistance. Let's just go this way for variety. I'm getting some pretty bad frame rates here. That's one of the problems that people have with the PC port, is that the frame rate is not that great. But then again, the frame rate's not that great on the consoles either, so. And the complaint is valid for pretty much every version of the game. And normally I have decent frame rates. See, it's fine now. I think it's because of the dragon. And me running into a bunch of different areas pretty quickly. Because, I mean, none of that stuff is like... It's all loaded dynamically and things like that. So the game has to unload that stuff. You only really get loading screens when you die and things like that. Hello. And the fire tends to... No, I don't have to go that way. Whee. Yeah, they're gonna keep chasing me. Alright. Now, the armor you're wearing does not necessarily affect how much noise you make. This guy heard me because I was fighting those dudes, not because I'm wearing heavy armor. You can sneak up on dudes with heavy armor just as well. There are some spells and items that will make you quieter also. By quieter, I mean completely silent. I don't think there's one that reduces your sound without making you completely silent. So let's go ahead and tune that stuff in. I don't have enough souls to do anything else with it. After I buy that item anyway. Now you can just skip this.
Well, I know what you need.
And I'll demonstrate what I mean by that in a minute.
Don't get yourself killed.
Because you can bypass the door. How did I... Oh, I didn't rest at the bonfire, right. You can bypass the door that you need the crest for. I'm not going to be doing that yet. That's something for later. I'm not going to bypass the door at all. I'm just saying, like, doing the area that lets you bypass it. But I can show off that area. The area that allows you to bypass it. So now we're back over here into the area that overlooks the basin. I was trying to see if we could jump down to where that black knight is, but I don't think you can. Be pretty careful on this stuff. To fall to your doom. This is probably talking about the, lizard ahead. Oh, come to think of it, that little thing might have been talking about the crystal gecko moving up rather than down. I didn't think of that. Either thing it was talking about is still, an apt warning either way. Oh, we don't need to go that way. That's just how you get the leather gear. The longbow we picked up, I don't have the stats to use. Yeah, need 14 dexterity. Pretty good. Maybe I should get my things up to use that. Because, I will be wanting to use a bow later. Okay, so let's clear out the area around here to go fight the Hydra. And after that, I think we'll call this good. Call this session maybe. Or the area I'm going into after that is pretty short. There you go. See it shooting there? You can actually get it to damage these golems. But I don't think I'm close enough now. I'll save my lightning spear to kind of demonstrate something with the boss. I don't know, calling the Hydra a boss is rather generous. These guys seem to be derping over here. Let's throw a firebomb at them. Doesn't do very much damage. These guys have a pretty good resistance to everything. Not quite close enough. Put them up here. Oh, I could just completely cheese them with firebombs. I guess we can do that. I do have a lot of them. I didn't mean to activate all of them. Let's demonstrate the lightning spear. Maybe. I was trying to demonstrate that it can sometimes have like sort of a splash effect, but these guys are too big. There, that's the cool attack I was trying to demonstrate earlier. Oh. Oop, oop, get out of the way. Okay. Oh god. I'm more worried about the boss than these guys. He can shoot. Yeah, there we go. Let's see that. He shoots a bunch of them. And they have a huge amount of splash damage. And that the combination, like the attacks don't do a lot of damage individually, but because they have a kind of a cumulative effect, when there's a bunch of them firing at you at once, it can get pretty bad. You'll pretty much die instantly if a big cluster hits you. I don't remember. I think it's just physical damage too. These guys can drop the blue Titanite pieces. So, we're close enough now that I can... Oh, there's another golem. Yeah. Yeah, see, they didn't even hit me. They hit behind me. And because I got hit with multiple instances of that, I was not able to get there. Get to that rock. The rock is not necessarily a safe point either. It's just more likely that you can avoid it there. So, let's see. I do still want to do this. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to fight these golem guys off screen. Because it's just the same thing over again. And then I will come back when I'm ready to fight the boss. If I die or something, I will show that. Okay, as long as I don't do anything bad here, I'm good. Okay, so this is the Hydra. There is reason to do some other stuff before this. As you can see, I'm moving pretty slow in the water here. Basically what you want to do is you want to stand on this dead knight's body. And wait as he comes in, block his attacks, and then start swinging at the heads. There's no reason to be locked on here, actually. It's detrimental. You can attack the body, but it's not that useful. This thing's pretty easy as long as you don't walk yourself off the edge there. You can see there's kind of a lip. Whoa, I got hit from the side there. And the heads are always going to come at the same configuration. If you go too far away, it will, he'll start shooting water at you again. That seems like a pretty safe place. Yeah. And the Hydra will actually move around. Apparently that isn't a good place to stand. Let's try here. This place is alright. And basically, like, you know, the Legends of the Hydras, you're supposed to cut off their heads. Right? So, that's what we're trying to do here. And there we go, we cut off one of the heads. So basically you want to stand now where that head was to avoid any attacks, basically. We're not necessarily avoiding that now. I didn't get there close enough. Yeah, you see I'm moving very slowly in the water. Let's be careful here. Oh, I don't even have it. I don't even have humanity equipped. Okay, this is a safe place to stand. There we go, got another head. Yeah. I hit it a couple times. Oh! I should have taken the extra moment it would have taken me to equip the humanity there. Yeah, you can move faster by rolling to hit the heads if you need to. Now, just to demonstrate something, you can in fact attack the body here. But it's too far away to hit with our spell. Ah. Stupid kick. As long as you're sitting in the water, you're pretty safe from those water attacks, as long as you're not right near the edge where the splash damage can hit you. I'm trying to hit the ones that are going over my head more than the ones that are going in the water, because those are the hardest ones to get in the end. As you can see, the hardest part of that is the first like 2 or 3 attacks in the fight, and getting over to the boss is a lot harder than the actual boss itself. And of course, the water itself is a pretty good obstacle here. Like, it's causing me a lot more grief than if I had done certain things that I'll sometimes do before doing this. But I didn't do this time. Just not having any luck getting over there in time. And by not having any luck, I mean I'm doing it wrong. Okay, that was pretty good. I'll look at the night gear when I'm done. Now, you don't actually have to use a slashing weapon to do this. You can use any weapon. A spear or anything like that if you wanted to. Now, the heads don't regenerate or anything like that. Also note that he's kind of clipped through the wall. He's got another head there that keeps clipping through. That is one of the hardest ones to hit because of the way the animations are. I keep rolling when I'm trying to run here. There we go, got another head. Nope. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, I've hit that one a few times. Ah, that's good. That's the one that's hard to hit. Okay, do the attack pattern that lets me hit your heads. Predictably, the heads that are the hardest to get through from the position I'm standing at are the ones that are left. Okay. It does have a couple of different patterns. Oh, I almost walked into the water there. Missed. Ah, that was close. You know what? I might be better switching to the longsword here. It's got a slightly longer attack range. What if I stand here? Yeah, they just kind of move past you. Another head? That almost hit me. Hey guys, let's do a thing where we don't hit guys because I'm not close enough. Ooh, that did hit me. Alright. This isn't helping. Oops. That's not gonna help at all. Oh! Come on. What does it say? Beware of fall. That's good advice. Ah. As you can see, the body is slowly taking damage as we do this. But no matter how much health it has left at the end, if all the heads are gone, it dies. Let's move over here again. I think I was actually worse off over there. Ah, come on. I keep swinging because I need to get close enough to actually hit it, and I want to try to get a couple of attacks in. And I don't want to get caught too far out, so I'm trying to do it earlier so that I can retreat. There we go. Only one head left. Unfortunately, this is the hardest head to hit. I wonder. Not that. Yeah, it's got long enough range. I wonder if there's any time that I can make it move over to an area that would be easier to hit. Because the problem is, oh, that's pretty good. And the problem is it's very close to the water edge there. There we go. Oh, come on. Unfortunately, for as time-consuming as this fight is, you don't get a whole lot from this. Oh, wow. Actually came straight at me there. So there we go. Get the Dragon Scale and the Dust Crown Ring. Dust Crown Ring is pretty good, but grants extra sorcery castings, but halves HP. It's pretty good if you want to use it, but yeah. So, the stuff past here is how you bypass the area with that leads you past the crest of Artorias. And then back here in the back, there will be some stuff here when we come back here later. I'm going to do that after I unlock a couple of other things, because it's pretty useless to me right now. And really, I want to have the item that lets me walk in the water better, because I have to fight something over here. But here, there's a ladder that goes up to the area over behind the door that needs the crest of Artorias. And I'm going to go up here and kind of show it off, and then I'm going to probably homeward bone out and get to a different area. Yeah, it took me, well, I'll probably show it off, but I died 3 times trying to get to the boss, and I actually lost my first chunk of souls, which, I mean, it was only like 3,000. It was no big deal at this point. Yeah, here we go across here, and there's this little gap. You can walk around this pillar here. which is a bridge. And if you fall in that river, you die. It's deep water. Get Soul of a Brave Warrior, which is an upgraded version of those things we have tons of. Okay, so now we're back in Darkroot Garden from Darkroot Basin. There are two ways we can go. We can go this way, which has some interesting friends who I can't currently see from where I'm standing. We'll be seeing them later. But if we go around this way, we can get up into this area, which if we're careful we can avoid most of the enemies here. There we go, there's one of the enemies I'm talking about. This is one of those tree guys, and this is the harder version I was referring to before. And I am almost dead. Let's retreat. I'm just gonna homeward bone out of here instead of using a humanity or anything like that. Bye.